Why are people still receiving their new Windows 11 PCs with Secure Boot disabled? This is a great inconvenience and there's no excuse. Thankfully, the solution is pretty simple, even for the unfamiliar. Windows can detect if the PC is in UEFI BIOS mode and if Secure Boot is on. Both of these are required to enable Secure Boot. To confirm your PC is set up with Secure Boot enabled, go to Search and type msinfo32. You'll see System Information listed. Open the app. In the System Information app, we can check the status for BIOS mode and Secure Boot state. Here's the first requirement, BIOS mode. It's set to UEFI. This meets the first requirement. If BIOS mode does not have a status of UEFI, such as a mode called CSM, you will need to back up your PC and reinstall Windows. We'll go through ASUS Motherboards to check the BIOS mode in a moment. The approach for AMD is similar. We'll cover Intel in this revised guide and AMD at a future date. The second requirement of Secure Boot state is also present. It's set to on. This meets the second requirement. If Secure Boot state is off, Secure Boot is either disabled or it's set to something like other OS in the BIOS. Here's an example of system information with Secure Boot state off. Windows Security can also confirm most of this. Go to Search and type Windows Security, open the app, go to Device Security. If Secure Boot is enabled, you'll see a line stating Secure Boot is on, preventing malicious software from loading when your device starts up. If Secure Boot is not enabled, there will be a line at the bottom of Windows Security. The line will state, Standard hardware security is not supported. This means Secure Boot is not enabled, but Windows Security does not inform you if BIOS mode is set to UEFI. This is important. If you're using this guide for your business or enterprise and you have BitLocker running, make sure you disable BitLocker before proceeding. If you don't disable BitLocker, Windows and other data on your drive could be lost. Home users or enthusiasts generally do not use BitLocker, but once you've disabled BitLocker, you can proceed. Now let's go into the BIOS. When your PC first starts, you can enter the BIOS by pressing the Delete or F2 key. An alternative way is to get into it from Windows. From Windows, go to the Start menu, then the Power button. Hold the left Shift key down before pressing Restart. Then press Restart with the key held down. You'll briefly see a Please Wait message. Once this happens, you can release the left Shift key, then your PC will reboot. After your PC reboots, you'll be in Windows Recovery mode. Go to the Troubleshoot button, then go to Advanced Options. Go to the UEFI Firmware Settings button, press the Restart button. If you have a customized version of Windows or modified Windows in any way, you may not be able to enter recovery mode. If this happens, resort to pressing the Delete or F2 key when you see the motherboard logo. This is an ASUS BIOS user interface for Intel 9th generation processors or later. We'll use the ASUS Z790 Hero as a reference point. If you're in easy mode, press the F7 key. After pressing the F7 key, you'll be in advanced mode. Go to the Boot tab. Go to CSM, Compatibility, Support Module. Launch CSM should be set to disabled. When CSM is set to disabled, the BIOS will be in UEFI mode. If you have Launch CSM as enabled, you will need to back up all your important files to another disk drive, external storage, or on the cloud. Changing it right now will make your PC not boot into Windows. If you wish to proceed, make sure you have a copy of Windows on a USB stick because you'll need to reformat and reload Windows. When you've done that, return to this video and you can proceed with Launch CSM as disabled. Go back to the previous menu. Go to Secure Boot. Secure Boot state will be set to User if the Secure Boot keys are set. OS type should be set to Windows UEFI mode. If OS type is set to Other OS, Windows will still assume Secure Boot is disabled. Other OS should only be used if you're running Linux. Secure Boot mode should be set to Standard. Setting the Secure Boot mode to Standard will ensure the default Secure Boot keys are present. If the Secure Boot state was listed previously as Setup, it should now state User. If you're running an older Intel CPU or motherboard, you may not see the Secure Boot mode option. This is true with my 10th gen Intel 10700K Z490 motherboard. Let's briefly switch to this layout. Go to Key Management. Choose Install Default Secure Boot Keys. You'll receive a pop-up confirmation from the ASUS BIOS to load the default secure boot keys. Select Yes to proceed. Go back to the previous menu. Press F10 on your keyboard to save changes and exit. Let's open System Information from Search. You should now have BIOS mode set to uefi and Secure Boot Status on. Windows Security can also confirm this. Go to Search and type Windows Security. Open the app. Go to Device Security. Secure Boot should now state Secure Boot is on, preventing malicious software from loading when your device starts up. If this video has helped you, consider giving it a like. If you have ideas on future videos, let me know in the comments. Subscribe and turn on the bell if you want to see future videos. Follow me on X and Twitch for updates. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you later.